All right, take two. Take two. Magical take. Power poses. Power poses. Protein. Alpha waves. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here today, still a noob, recording my second take of the second video of all time. We can do this. It's called 6 Channels for Writers. Of course on YouTube, and of course these are not the best or the worst, but they're videos that I like to watch, and I feel like this is a great way to move forward, you know, an honor video. I honor these 6 channels. They are amazing. They will educate you, they will motivate you, and they will inspire you. Yes. So, here's the first one. By a young lady named Diane Callahan, and she goes by the moniker the Quotidian Writer. Her videos are sage-like, okay? She will talk about the first person, she'll talk about the third person, she'll talk about YA, she'll talk about fantasy, and she really digs deep into these genres or these techniques, and she explores them with you. And if I'm gonna recommend a video, it would have to be how to write more emotionally. You know, it's got a heart on the thumbnail. Like that video will, like, it'll make you want to write emotionally. And what's great is as she's explaining, you know, her opinion, her thesis, or some points, she always drops some really, really awesome book recommendations. And true story, I recommended this channel to a friend of mine, and he bought like 2 of the books that she recommended. So it's really cool. The Quotidian Writer, worth checking out. Okay, she's an editor, by the way, a professional editor. So like, and she does videos on the side. Check her out. One of my dreams is to one day make enough money on a book sale campaign to afford her for my next project. So, Diane Callahan, we will work together one day, I hope. Next channel. I would totally recommend TED Ed. We all have seen the TED Talks. We've all like sat there for 17 minutes, like watching some amazing speaker talk about some amazing things. It reminds me of the date question, like the first date question. If you could have a TED Talk, what would you talk about? You know? So that's not my question. I borrowed that from somebody. But TED Ed is, I guess, like the middle school version of it, because the videos are like 3 or 4 minutes each, animated, and they talk about some very intense stuff. Like they talk about the future, they talk about math, science, technology, but they have a few playlists dedicated specifically to literature and poetry and grammar. And if you're a writer, you gotta check out their video called How to Write Descriptively, because it'll widen your eyes. It'll make your heart beat. I'm trying to speak descriptively, but it's really intense. You gotta really like imagine what you write. Anyway, just check it out. Check out TED Ed. It's amazing, okay? Jeez. But before you go check them out, the next channel you should learn about is called Film Courage. And what's great about Film Courage is they'll have these 3-hour-long interviews with highly technically proficient or educated or skilled or trained professionals in the film industry. So kind of like LA type people, but what's great about them is they'll just talk the heck out of stories, and they'll analyze and they'll nitpick and they'll give advice and they'll criticize. Like some of the best videos by them are very clickbaity. They're like, what writers should never do, you know? And if you're sitting there like this, you know, you're like, okay, I'm gonna click that video. And you click the video and it's intense, man. And I would recommend it, honestly, just scroll through Film Courage's page and just click whatever strikes your fancy, like, and there will be something for you, I swear. Yeah, it's a little more on the script, film writing, like, side of things, but man, even poets would benefit from this channel. It's very motivating. It's not for nothing it's called Film Courage. So, the next one to also check out is also filmy. It's also kind of like about movies, but they really go in depth with stereotypes and tropes, and they just analyze the heck out of your favorite movies. The channel is called The Take, and it's impressive how much time people spend on videos. Like, whoa, these are professional. These could be on TV. Like, The Take. My favorite video, or not my favorite, but the first one that I got into was the femme fatale analysis trope video. And they talk about Hitchcock, they talk about all these, 30s and 40s movies leading up to like the 2000s movies that utilize this trope. And like, of course they have all these other tropes, but man, like these videos are well produced, glossy, well written. Everything about them is so good, and I would recommend The Take for all you writers out there who just like to geek out on characterization, let's put it. The next channel to check out is called something the title of the channel is appropriate because the channel is so serene, it's so calm, and it's not for everybody, but this guy, like, he talks like this as he analyzes some of your favorite films, going in depth on the structure of the stories, analyzing this and that, and it's really good. And the channel's called Like Stories of Old. LSOO. Like Stories of Old. And man, I would recommend his latest videos. It's a series of 3 videos that analyze the difference between stories and reality. And if you're like me, you're really into that topic because which one supersedes the other, which one comes from the other, like, that question of does life create art or art create life? Like, he really gets into it. And you'll notice that it's also kind of about movies and stuff, but he always brings in literary criticism, and he always brings in like theories. And so like the hero's journey, yeah, just check them out. Like Stories of Old. And be amazed, because they're really good movies. They're really good. What do you call this? A video? They're really good videos. Next and last, because it's the 6th channel I would recommend, is called the Nerdwriter 1. That's right, the Nerdwriter 1. I guess somebody else had the Nerdwriter and he like put a 1, or this is his second channel. In any case, this channel is what taught me the value of the video essay. Not like he showed me video essays exist, but he showed me that video essays can be badass. Like, he'll talk about Emily Dickinson poetry, he'll talk about Edvard Munch art, he'll talk about Michael Jackson lyrics. Like, this guy goes in depth. He's like the Montaigne of our generation. Like, he's like a younger Alain de Botton, without the neuroticism. Like, this guy, I love Alain de Botton, but this guy is amazing. And the Nerdwriter, dude, he goes in depth. And I would recommend the Emily Dickinson video. And just check him out. Like, video essays are a thing, and this guy does them so well. And it's inspiring because you'll watch a video of his talking about something random, and it acts as a forward to that subject. And like, that's the definition of a great essay, a great forward into a new and interesting subject that'll add something to your life. So that's pretty much it. Short video for today. Like, you know, I just sort of put a few ideas together, thought I would share them, and yeah, like, thank you for watching, and make sure to click this button and to click the red button down here below, and stay tuned, man. Like, so far so good. I like it. The last one was very fun to make with all the, I think I'm gonna go crazy with this one too, and yeah, let's keep on going forward. Y'all, take care and have a great day.